Excellency President-elect, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Kopim Debia, Madam Jane Mensa, ebe declare results. What is written is written. His Excellency John Mahama and Ghana for Atu Abama no say in fie na edi enemy yedi omai ne shebre ashenensa se onyankopon endomboano nyansa akukudru ahoden na onfansom omai Ghana enti His Excellency John Dramani Mahama nyankopon ena onshira na oma wahoden sanso ena her excellency the first female vice president elect ayenya no womemo Professor Jane Nana Opoku Ajimai, Professor Jane Nana Opoku Ajimai. Na onyankopon wanwafo se baby a enidaso enino eho ena nyankopon eshene ho enimonyam. Where the heart is pure, everything work out good for you. Baby akoma no eye akoma pebia no onyankopon ohyira so. It doesn't matter how long lies. It doesn't matter how long lies. And found him retentine mredodo a entro ebedi hene. Senokure epia entro enimguase. It doesn't matter how long darkness will obstruct the sun. When the sun shines, it exposes darkness. Enti minim dia wo femu ebia okọ ohaw ne amane bi ebetumi aye ntwato so ebetumi aye ahokyere ebetumi aye ninguase. I don't know what you are going through, but the mesrewa ne sefa ahoto asafo Yehowa Nyankopon so na oma wanimu enguase. Bible say enome nka de a wode ne ho to nipa so. Curse be on any man whose trust is on man. Onipa bi a wode ne ho to nipa so no me enka no enti Nyankopon enesese wode wo ho eden eto ne so emfa ho ene mre tenten a ebeche ebo no 9 pm a 4:30 yebeko His Excellency the President-elect yet to be declared by the Electoral Commission, but by clear evidence of collation aba nyina say His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama and ebedi omai Ghana so in fie nan a esi enimi about no 9 for 4:30 he's going to address the nation on yen ebekasa itipacho yebefa live ama wate the President-elect kopem say 7 January beba yedi ni be si akonya so na we swai omai swai the oath of secrecy no yebe friend the President-elect after 7 January and a friend president, but former president, the two-cap president cry, as America brofo, yes, he's still president. Enti about 4:30, yebeko Omampeni John Dramani Mahama ne office na yakwa kofa live coverage. Eti baby a will be no se wutie okay 101.7 FM a obete His Excellency John Dramani Mahama live ewo okay FM afidie so. Ma memfa aseda kese ema yadwumawura Dr. Osekwame despite ene ye chairman Dr. Ernesto Forisapo se omani swade hunu ebi adwuma ema yenso yenye bi a yede hwe yebusuafo ene yadofo Nyankopon enhyiram sanso na enkoma ye managing director Dr. Father Dixon se oboaboa ya no ema ya kwankyere ehye yinkran na yetumi eye adwuma yi ede som omanfo sanso na enkoma eye yenuama no mo a omaye entamgyinafo edema won a wode won niema adwato niema ba me bone daru client service yenuaba Mausi Walker eni yenuaba Joyce ne Nyankopon enhyira mo pa na adwumadie de producer wo hyehye ne friend Godwin Dogbe ano so obo adwuma papa Nyankopon enhyira no na oma na basamu enyedu sanso ena enkoma Big Fletch ano so edinyom etataye epiepia eboaye afi yaboafo a social media so eboaye Benjamin Kumsing ene Winston Martin Odamilabi mefa fidie so na mada omunyina se the graft frempon Nyankopon enhyira and afi so guest resource persons a mobama yenimo edi ensawoso adwenkyere nimdie mpensempensemu na monso mokyere na yede boa ma yedwumadi koso Nyankopon enhyira afi ne krakra no yetiefo monni ho no mo a yeni ho sanse mo na mukura adwuma ni mo na mukura program ni nti yetiefo nyina nyankopon enhyira mo nyina de aka ne se obia nka na koma nto ne yam obia nka na koma nto ne yam Ghana ebe asundwe mai matiu maka obia eni ho Ghana for akire omadwen se omope aban foforo enti yebesre se aban foforo na eba no ebe ye de Ghana for no epe de Ghana for no epe na asundwe enye adwuma minim se enema bebre akoso emfie enso eko emfie wotwe matiu makao na ye tatai yebesre se moma ye mfa bone entua boneka wireto nyina ewe awurade na yenja bibia ma onyankopon enti adwobreo asumdue enkoso pacho momehwe emame adwobreo ye omaya ye ne abi pa etimo mienye bibia ma amaya twa yehu ahia enya ho asemonka CNN a report BBC a report omaka Ghana bato se de efe enti se Mozambique die ni bi enti se Kenya die ni bi enti se Cote d'Ivoire fo die ni bi ye to abawi a na de obedi nkunim no yabona baso de wendi nkunim no nso no na waje eye ne nkugu atum na yatena se oman ene abusua baako enso no eburo ene so no dokono isifu ene salifu wo nyina wo modafo ye nyina ye oman ba ana ye omanfo ene oman ba baako pe Ghana ni bia mfi oman foforom eti ye nyina yenkoso a na yentena se asundwe mu na yenyi matiu makao ena we eye sei yenyi ni nyina emfio mesre ndisifo se yema omampani a Ghana fo ato aba amano His Excellency John Dramani Mahama omfa na adwase sia no se de obebu oman no eye asudie kese pa na mejina na nemu ede aseda ma Ghana fo dodo a ato aba amano Ghana fo ewo gidie ene arehyiemu ewo nimu na omampani dada His Excellency Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo asemo mehu de menkampo na mebeka sembe ba mehu de menka is a producer mo hwena asem na mebeka na mo nsan tworo no foforo ma me Ado show boy wa be ye show usho a wa be ne se wa mamuo odeba na wiye no wa ma parliament opposition party ekura 2 tests wanya de nana e kachire o wanti sana na hwede wuye yo de wuye yo waha MPP for pa nanado waha MPP for papa nanado waha MPP for pa MPs mako 90 kache osese Kenufo Yata osemenye omo to aba kache osese wanye ye kwan aye ntoma osi obi antumi hunahuna me okọ omo asabe atoyire nchem ato omo a utumi kache omo se enye se mo ye Ghana fo a enka me kura nka me mba because mo nto aba ma me ahemfo efi ekumfi ebesa wo Jubilee as utumi kache omo se me mamo atukudwo SSA nanka yehye enyu empuntudwuma ase ana mu yi ni fisu 2020 enu nti ana empuntu enkoso wo mo nana waha MPP for papa nanado adudi waha MPP for pa nya ba me anu waha no waha MPP for nya ba me ankwa waha MPP for enne parliament eba fufuri a 2/3 majority. Now, yenua innocent che eba che what does 2/3 majority of a ruling party of a government, what can they do? At the end of constitution no echere eti innocent what the ebe constitution no what che parliament for no our mobile and then no betumi aye with their numbers who papa producer mon call research near fanto. What can 2/3 majority in parliament? ABC that. Nana legacy aweja ni o. Nana yenkamasem. Nana wa legacy aweja. wa ha MPP for enye ba me no wa ha no aha MPP na because enka MPP for bi betumi win seat this last parliament of your term 137 but we dey uja 80 something against 180 something aden legacy no yankamasam onipa bia ni wono ma wo ye powerful sin yankopon ewiase away ayamritiawa we are here for a brief moment bible say munyina montena se asomdue mu munyina montena se wa asomdue mu enehwe isi a MPP for obi ahu de emfa so bo mo no yasem innocent akwaba
major so
patro momboa innocent microphone ma me production bibia boko de
o nyame adom ahode o pa
innocent also wabo adwuma pa as a youth activist mabu na bo twi ni trade kwato aba edi eye MPP abai efi so yi ebi see that
yes
we 1993 election fi wono mo a ye who be sada
yes
96 ensisa 2000 ensisa 2004 ensisa 2008 ensisa 2012 ensisa 2016 ensisa 2020 ensisa edomo a ato aba nyina masese o man nyina ye green na eyehu because parliament to test ekogina amanyoku ba ko ho ewo parliament a eden no betumi aye with the two tests
the day kan ma mencha wati for na menka se wo hwe what happened ewo abato ayekoto na no any outcome e ba ya confirmed the fact say in the last 7 years some young people in this country fatu am ho say be critique what is happening in this country and nipa yedi to me asho monsa wo krom ha abrabo no suban a ese omode sa to me ne ye na omfanye and they assume this arrogance of power. I say okanyansa sem kire nipa onti because here I am today, I have power, I can do whatever that I want. So we had the overwhelming your friend saying abatwa Ghana fokoto ye etuti Akufo-Addo abanya numbers na wokan is unprecedented in the political history of this country under this fourth republic. Makase Akufo-Addo will go down as the worst president ever to have Obi Awabe taking over this country, and the records are there. And the MPP as a political party was shredding into pieces. It is in fragments. For the first time, Yeko Parliament, a ruling party, anya 2/3 majority. That's how we have a constitution. Now we a political party. Abaya war power. That's a 2/3 majority. There are a lot of things that you can do. Assuming say omomunye 2/3 no, a minority. Nasenka president otiso no ekura majority and I said my okura minority na majority ne ekura that number na o pass adebit say vote of no confidence. It's so easy because all that you need is to tell majority
and then any vote of no confidence cheche mu kakra
say president no tia konwa no so no enema esa oye nyina impugn the integrity of our constitution enema oye harmful to the welfare of the people na Ghana for be sorry say yentura konwa so because ye kase onkoso na ontena konwa no so a obedi oman nunya enti unanimously no ye tu na free so abra 4 years na ye de amano no enyanso ye what people don't know ni say abiato abama aban bia o 4 years. But it doesn't mean that 4 years no so and you 4 years no the constitutional framers were very wise, so they created a window because they anticipated a situation where a very dangerous person betimi adada nipa beji to me no beji to me ni we are now what done suban party e bi na Akufo-Addo beda na di no and the constitution e created that window and this how to me no ko share parliamentarians nsa so omampanyini bi ba na wo di to me no man na osabi odidi nkurasesama e be bo man na medicine to me na mano muntunu fan free so ansan and the time na so.
Okay, so me patro with reference to the question me say to test majority NDC for enya CC our parliament no and then no to me aye with it
they can do a lot, especially when they a constitutional amendment. there are several provisions in our constitution and so we changes beyond 2/3 majority of parliamentarians.
What are some of the specific constitutional amendments and a 2/3 majority? I'll bring you some if you know you can say.
I can say we see Bakubi, but because I've seen a lot of people go that particular way.
Say our constitution would let us know what does the 2/3 majority of a ruling party in parliament what they can do. Now you see we want to situate a point, say the legacy President Akufo-Addo Ejano bad, terrible, worse.
Very terrible.
You can't leave the seat with a parliament opposition party having 2/3. Dangerous.
Yes. So for instance, say our Chief Justice is here, and if there is anything, now you call say Jumadi na Odinudi or Maimunyana sa question coming to the floor of Parliament. Now a man for Kase ye tuna. The numbers you have in Parliament, you have the number to get a
okay. Church and the new NDC Parliament in the book to me. Yes. To Chief Justice.
So then the electoral.
Pacho, Sesiano, and talk course Chief Justice any Abambabi and Temuno. Afenyo marking way.
Sir,
Bajo nyabutre say wo sua de unuma de too much and I kabro fun to boas in breaking it down.
Okay.
Now obi antiase.
And
said the ekoba obi nka say oh adena NDC aban fufu amaba mo ye say.
Yeah.
Omugina constitution so.
Yes.
Sa constitution na honorable Afenyo marking at the court.
Yes.
Etu speaker asem ane natemwo eguye no sa constitution na this new parliament na beba no so de be adwuma.
Yes.
Constitution na the family value bills.
Yes.
Law oma pass koma President Akufo-Addo say on sign because Supreme Court obi because Supreme Court no. Sa constitution na emma this new parliament kwan emma omutumi to Chief Justice efiso.
Yes. Abeku anya Chief Justice nkwa President Mahama na on the leading aban na president no sabi oye nema enkoyo na parliament kasa ombetu na ombetime tu
legacy President Akufo-Addo ejaniu.
Yes.
Parliament na eba no ombetumi to president ombetumi to Chief Justice efiso.
Then the Electoral Commissioner why barrier I was so perception na wontie
Electoral Commission me declare me declare no parliament we betu be to parliament for na eba no.
Yeah, but you see some of this power no you don't just exercise it.
No, we just want to know what can 2/3 majority of parliament do according to the tenets of the constitution.
Yes, so like the Electoral Commission for instance, and bakwa na me person meka ho asem no has to do with the tenure of the presidency for 8 years.
Okay.
Who to be in Kobium.
Okay.
I didn't know who know.
But people say o ka brofo me twi ana me de ye adwuma me te brofo pa ba me de twi ye adwuma.
All right.
Me pesa me kire niamam e ma nkrofo te ase. You are a fantastic communicator and what being papa very insightful person. But me pesa ye tiefo no ete ase enkomo a ye twitwi. De odi kan parliament fufuro ya ebebe enema ombetumi aye baako omu betumi asesa constitution no.
Yes.
Emrapoa ye dibu oman Ghana no sa parliament fufuro ya ebebe omu betumi change no.
Yes.
Ade baako betumi asasa no the tenure of the president. Constitution is president bia obeko 2 terms. Eti yenim say the current the new president elect afei and Electoral Commission ebe declare His Excellency John Dramani Mahama aka ne 1 term. Na mobekaya lawyer journalist Ken Kranche ede omampani John Mahama court say ontumi stand election no krampo. Emma court eruni say enya no kra obetumi stand. Sesi asa opposition majority ya omenye obetumi ama President Mahama akọ 2 terms.
Any day who know.
No, ya person kwofo ti ase Akufo-Addo legacy na weja no.
Very terrible.
Dangerous. Waha MPP.
Very terrible.
Akufo-Addo aha MPP.
Yes.
Ya kano na wo born some say free SHS. Waha MPP. Enye ba omyampo no waha no. Waha MPP amanyɔkuo ni nyinaa
as a political party
wa ha MPP pa nana yɛn kamasɛm nana tintintiriti hwɛ na wode aba
ɛna ɛnɛ sɛ bill ba na president veto say I have the executive power my veto said this particular law will not go through 2/3 of parliament can bring that particular bill to life. Asking the president, hello,
we cry the negative. Where the negative, and it's not going to be possible, sir. Members of parliament on the ticket of NDC,
yes.
When we have the parliamentary ship system, majority chiefship. Sir, President the bill, but Omubeka say main support it. Support it.
Yes.
The situation of the constitution as one political party ever 2/3 majority adiom betumi aye even see wo Ghana abakwasem da legacy Akufo-Addo agani and eye hu papa wo ye Ghana ni wo ye MPP ni wo ye Ghana ni a ka hu say parliament na eba no eye hang parliament.
Yes,
ye ka say hang parliament eye one side parliament. They can do anything that they like. I don't think say Banisa.
Yes.
Because of the abysmal performance of Akufo-Addo, it has affected members of their parliamentary candidates.
And even assembly
Before and Nkofo di tutia MPP parliamentary candidates.
Yes.
Eti uwa sobuo bia Baumia beji she ba kesia na nkoma Akufo-Addo. Because Baumia kasa moma ni stiano nkwestiano. DST krano driver driving accident ba. You don't blame the mate. Blame the driver. But mate also also liable because onu na tumi catch driver say driver to a high curve.
Yes. And the situation state of the emergency president Becca say or exercise those powers, the same parliament 2/3 of that particular parliament, within 72 hours, can vote to your final saying that particular power stand it. And said on social media said President Mahama will become a supreme leader because power now Obenyane is so overwhelming to the stand say there is nothing that he cannot do as a president considering the numbers are our parliament.
Also parliament bet me as Chief Justice.
Yes, they can.
Also parliament bet me as electoral commissioner.
Yes, even the president.
President parliament we
exactly. Exactly.
Akrobe to say we.
And you know who say ministers of state in a minister like for that situation they needed those numbers to pass vote of no confidence. And the institutional heads are you have that particular number of MPs or more vote too far. You can get any of the institutional heads out. I just say obineti baby na all society power anyhow but grounded in law I will bet me I used to say akwanya no e je tu nipa na free so
ma memfa entubia say Baba Sadiq Okai Kwe Central Oma kaya Baba Sadiq awini.
Wow, that's good.
Oma kaya what do I say?
Yes,
I say ye dey exam paper abetu anim unim question na obe answer o say reading over and over again now wo chocho na say won take question na say Baba Sadiq we win mo kind 30 times we win mo kind we how ho what do I say sotra ebe ono no I dey wo gini preko see ba me ya de pa His Excellency the Vice President ohuniema ekoso enya fe na obe stressing ho na nkofo ka so Your Excellency don't mind them we are getting half is coming we are going to debi ohun say baby ade ne kono enye den emmoa na ono ankasa no fast obe but omapani nanado en congratulate
ladies and gentlemen of the media. Following yesterday's presidential and parliamentary elections, Ghanaians at home and abroad have been sitting on tenterhooks awaiting the outcome of the election. Let me say that the data from our own internal collation of the election results indicate that former President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, has won the presidential election decisively. The NDC has also won the parliamentary election, even though we await final collation for a number of seats. However, I believe ultimately that these will not change the overall outcome. I have just called His Excellency John Dramani Mahama to congratulate him as President-elect of the Republic of Ghana. I said during the signing of the Peace Pact that I was sure of two things: Ghana will win and peace will reign. The people of Ghana have spoken. The people have voted for change at this time, and we respect that decision with all humility. I thank God Almighty for how
Adwa Roberta Eddie Ababeto. I say, when you lose, you learn. When you win, you lead. When you win, you lead. When you lose, you learn. It will lose ya. Na washia na where they innocent.
Mame kase in as much as I can we nyina no. Getting institutional heads like Chief Justice the EC boss no out no. Constitutional framers no outline processes are and that clear. I will bet me a faso, I will bet two more. So it has never become necessary. Say you be use some of this. Your friends and because constitution, you know, I lay the foundation. I have a straight guidelines and how processes are. We can go through with starting with a petition to the president. Or we open up. Or who's a married woman as otherwise setting up a committee of investigation as for so that particular process, you know, has always been clear and you know and giving room for other options to be your friend is saying exercise. So that is how the situation.
But
is
in
like.
the unlikely situation
exactly
that if the president does not want to exercise the powers, Parliament can do it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right. So yeah, the enchechemu basa de obi abetiase new parliament na ebano and it's quite, for me it's quite dangerous, very scary. Almost too much powers. So president to cry say onya omo ankasa ebetumi, and that makes it quite, you know, a dangerous situation. And we pray so the new parliament, you know, will have Ghana's interest at heart, so that omo yusu constitutional mandate no enye bibia ebetwen oman no akonechi. Now obi busa question bi na question no I think say or refer to me.
Okay.
Sir, will the NDC led government support the music streaming app, the GMX nana? Pacho me nyabai. I was vilified, I was insulted, and all sorts of things. Yes, and mechire madwe menchire chiremu ye na menchire chiremu ene eti wa ubisa sa question say will the NDC led government support the JMX music streaming app no which your mampania na wabisa no but ne 100 days social contract no dey atugwa me who music streaming app bia wom ko ne ko busa app ra digitization say app no launch ye no krase sia ne bobrete sen de wa launch de da no ko busa say app no say na ye adwuma aboa ma adwontufu anya sika ko ne busa ushia artist bia no busa no say ne nwom e wo GMS streaming app ne so ana say de omampani abedi akire elache no se ebesesa omabrabo mo amudi matem mo amudi matem mo amugaze majimi mo amugaze minim nyansa ebinu class school na mekwa no ede na mede ye na manko school papa and sembebre
it's not necessary
and
mama mao
clear ni nyina ye
yeah it's okay
amonko use app no monko wa wutie me bia wo JMX app no ko streami Kim Promise nyom fufuro no was ko na ko check.
Yes.
Meaning, so we are mass communication, but I did mass communication as far back as 1997 to 1999.
All right.
Now, during the German Democratic Republic, time I near war East Germany and West Germany, before the collapse of the German wars, so now you kind of wars because Germany was divided. Obia Western mass communication, there's a theory in mass communication. You find the spiral of silence. Now, ube to me akwa check it, upese usia communication. Koneko ready about sa theory called the spiral of silence. Now, in this theory, what I can explain, and it said, we have minority be at the avoca. One year, ube sa minority, no, and you'll be disappointed. So few people were shouting, talking. The facts and kwafo kasanen chrese omano edin into the omo kana ye no kre. And every mass communication student we share the spiral of silence theory no. What you say? We use the analyze cases bebre. Iti ema se we take a decision and say we tie kwafo bi omano edin. What the opa ma crime ensi wo baby. Ukwa omo no ayana normally no omo ye suspect because they do so to just sway your attention so they own focusing on them. It yenye ahweye especially politicians any celebrities and confut me helu praise wa the spiral of silence theory. People can praise you but deep within their heart they are fake. It is a one communication studies, mass communication, and use a spiral of silence theory. One what the fans yet to say it's truly the representation of the people. And I like negative feedback because the negative feedback is good. There's a lesson for everyone. If you lose, you learn. If you win, you lead. So Obia Walusubiana, Enshia Bibi Infimo. Now, the whole election process, the results, regional patterns, baby ako blue, baby ako green. So far, Ashanti and Eastern region. The rest of the regions, and I think that not East. The rest of the regions, ako green. What accounted for this overwhelming, resounding victory for the NDC?
Yes, Abeku answer na my answer no. Obi asande me message bisa me say kwan ben so na parliament be fa obi chief justice afri. I think that is quite simple. At this time, Parliament have overwhelming power to do constitutional re-engineering. See, I'm not say Chief Justice in the term no time and so I just call retirement answer. So this Parliament can amend the Constitution and put a tenor. Ubetimi can Chief Justice say me do awadi. Me fa say bia 3 years you can cap it at 3 years. And ubetimi cap within a frame. Own to go beyond. So at that particular time, no, you are not sacking the person, but what you should new law now amending to get her out. So that is how Parliament can be to use that particular to me to get the Chief Justice out. Not say your friend about hound and getting out. No, that is not the option. About one I got to the weekend, you know. I think it's a simple description there. Enough of this nonsense. That is what it means. Enough of this nonsense. Ghanaians voted to stop corruption. Ghanaians voted to stop the kind of the arrogance of power, the destructive nature of Akufo-Addo's government, and how omo free say Ghana for sebi omo enim nyansa so they can just hang on to power and do everything. Ghana for post, not just because of John Mahama, not just because of NDC, but people went there for change because it will be very destructive. Say a group of people where sabi omoaye de omoaye besia tena so atena konwa so amanfo beka se na Akufo-Addo na eba Bawumia he's just a puppet of Akufo-Addo in the team they were seeking to install him and be in the shadow they will string control him, but the outcome of the election Bawumia shouldn't worry because it wasn't about him. I respect him a lot when yesterday at early time that is the fastest concession in the history of this country, and I respect him for that because so when Niama Jemen Saye Sanka Bawumia anje antom at that time Abeku katensia wo kroma no nko bia ebeji yensam. Okay,
back to the point say enough of this nonsense must stop and the arrogance of power.
Yes.
And the ma Ghana for koto aba ma NDC for a really overwhelmingly.
Yes.
but yehu videos bi a na enkrofo share NPP t-shirts na omo NPP campaign mu but they clearly came out boldly says that eyezu ya gi t-shirt no ya share by be 20 yes ebi si wo asen is it asen south by election
yes
yeah ebi si wo ho ya gi sika no t-shirt no ya gi sika no ye di bento ano ye dia sa omo yesa e na national so omo e dey na be motivate ama obi a wonye MPP ni obekwa kwaji MPP t-shirt ahye wedi rally emu na yebusa wasem kura umfere mpo en hide no wakaso t-shirt dem ahye ba be 20 and then motivate them sir
because you see those people realize they were losing the election, so they started pumping money into the campaign, so the entire campaign machinery was monetized. Looking at the level of poverty youth, young people, and then Jessica amount t-shirt. So people were rushing there for the money and the t-shirt, not because they wanted to vote for the government. No, it was about the monetary incentives, inducement, and their cost. It was enough motivation for young people to run there. But it do about one or bet session a brabum because to me and Brawe for 7 good years. And chili pakom and the Wiesika and Sawa Busia for no one for Krono Akasia Koso Kroma, President Akufo-Addo, and that and no honka sasabi. You investigate Krama Ghana for who say in the sea, and then Abeku Ajuma Wotiha and several other people on various platforms. At me, I enlighten young people in this country. Some of them. There is this emotional detachment from politics, and I mean, that kind of silly politics, you know, and because the vote outcome from Kumasi this time round has demonstrated clearly, say most of the Ashantis who identify themselves, say MPP for Tumuno, they have seen the need to break away because the very moment Amanfo will take you for granted. Kumasi. Now, ufre omosa omolai say MPP buy ye monumental project bang and the Kroma. Obian Robert Mania the Papa Biachro. That was the last time, maybe so be say, dear MPP signature project Kumase or sick for maternity. Let me say, oh, Bodam, the sick on financial crown, no, I'm proud of her. Now I could see maternity, Potrabidia seen in chain baby. So there is absolutely nothing this
but you say His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo Air Commission project prior to the election. I think sir on Thursday before Saturday or commission a year Heroes Park a year Accra Sports Stadium Independence Square Heroes Park National Heroes Park and it was part of the campaign sir we commission a year Palace Mall interchange we commission a year Obechibi Lamte Circle interchange and I have a view and we commission statue and so takrade but Mr. Kumasi so agenda 111 hospitals no more commission
hospital bang and that hospital no crowd come hasem no e bien hu ya complete ya nema gum because abeku hospital nya dan we CSO makacho say I have worked at the hospital equipment ni na se fa wudi begu hospital no eno kwa ya asem and a park na onam our commission no sa nema we DC for adwuma. But at some point, so the whole vice president will move with a convoy to go and commission toilet. What kind of inclassism is this? Toilet. And a vice president at the convoy to commission toilet. Now, Mahama AOC. Oh, no, you don't do that.
Toilet. Kasibia. Public place of convenience.
All right. So, okay.
That's a KVIP. And that's a public, yeah.
You see, in a serious democratic dispensation where you have serious-minded individuals, some of these things, you don't even talk about it. We fed DCB, now I call yes, but to have a president, now I call make a commission. There's some more be AstroTurf. As a more as an individual, quite to me in the bottom sika. See AstroTurf must school. How much more than the whole president? You can't do that. So at some point, I think Zenipo Mudi Akufo-Addo aya on one kasa.
Anti Vice President Echo Commission app, music streaming app no. Wanya diana. Anke say music NA.
You see.
Ana Gamru.
And I make us say a good year or money. So and more music industry. No boys no just bootlickers and sycophants. You see, some of these guys they're just following the cloud. So sometimes if you listen to me, I'm not a fan of entertainment because sometimes the argument, the discussions, because sometimes.
But we are downloading a music streaming app and friend JMX.
Yes. So sometimes the poverty of intellect in some of the discussion, the argument in that question will put you away. So Obia will not take you serious because you don't even know your priorities at this time. So sometimes I don't think
it's laughable
for us to waste our time on that arena.
Senka MPP Lucia enka matem di DNA more.
Oh,
because I came out to criticize a vice president commissioning a music streaming app. And yeah, no kwa me sanka say app no ensesa adwuntofo abrabo me kai me my reference to other apps abai alanche. Hey, enkrofo kokwa pa say man kan yi.
But ABEIKU
mpacho me ba. Omo se man kan yi. Pacho say app on your lunch nti adwuma aya no afa so no a check say de ekoso wo
now the biggest streaming app we are say Spotify, Apple Music, emu dia na government own. Emu dia wa
yes my bon.
Emu dia na government own.
Yes my bon.
No, I say these guys just advertise sheer ignorance on bigger platforms.
Because I made a comparison and I make a digital terrestrial television. Na omo anti ase mpacho Bajo, digital terrestrial television, you know, ebini Showmax. Yeah. Digital terrestrial television, you know, ebini African Magic na motion. But one TRC intino, seven. And you know, I didn't take this thing to heart. You know, nothing changed. I must admit, nothing changed because I said that no matter how long lies and darkness will obstruct the sun. Yes. The sun will one day shine. Also, ya no pana area MPA. Acha 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, area BP. So no kwano na dead, you know.
Yes.
Iti sesiano, wa wudi matem se me kan app asem no. Pacho na wako cheme app no sika ama artist bia. Aye, why?
So
yeah. Say you launch app no 1 month aba. Iti unim artist bia no abusan say last month GMX app no. Unya asem was so no akacho so unya $500. Why?
That tells you how we see, and even so now Ghana at this point going into the elections, the many problems are now confronting Ghanaians. Now her situation now your home, not they're not abiding in crew for air. No rational thinking human being. And the Becca say, dear course we say be a Makase, you may not like Mahama, you may not like the NDC, you may not even like your friend saying any of the individuals, but the election was about the destiny of this country. There are a lot of people. My main control. There is this professor, I think a day before the election, of Freme, or a vice chancellor of one of the big universities of Freme. No, say he isn't sure. Nipa Okoto Obama. Let me say, at this point in time, whether you like it or not, the election is between John Mahama and Bawumia. That is a choice. But
my worry, intellectuals who were vilified and insulted. Analytics. Or info analytics, how we do research, how I PhD research. He was schooling info analytics, which is a think tank research brains. You know, I have engaged info analytics to do work for Nkrophobia to Mimbodi. I contracted them to do research for Nkropho. The research now, some of the parliamentary candidates, me catch say info analytics. Na man inquire research about 8 months to the election. Na check your popularity and the research questionnaire. Ombe administer no. Ombe busa respondents no questions be feedback no analyze it and based on that use it to do your campaign. Today he has won. I don't want to mention him, but because Ghana, excuse my language, majority ye gullible ntino, obi betina TV so chire niemu brofo na no ye there. Anything I'm say ko read the theory called the spiral of silence in mass communication. A minority can be loud, but it doesn't mean that they are right. It is the fact that obi be analyzing say info analytics omo ye bias omo ye say say see you better info analytics serious because the results now omo predicting and one abemu. It is a day Becca. It's a day Paul at much Becca.
Sir, and America just say some of these media guys, some of them are just jokers with a platform. And you know.
Innocent, mommy, 1 minute. Before the election, I think a week before the election, Michia Miankasa, Madame Fopa, former member of parliament for Obuasi East, Honorable Edward Michael Enim. He's an MPP member, and he told me clearly, Honorable, my memo Akwaba away. Yes, was South African High Commissioner resident a week before the election.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe. So watch this. Mosheni, Muberini, we MPP ni. Okay, Sano. I was surprised, even though I know, sir, you don't support a Kufuor's government. At the end of my unya sahuto sona, o predicting a landslide victory for NDC 1 week before the election when we met at the South African High Commissioner residence.
Unya me that's it. Sir, what from me chat with TFO and the Oman no money. Yeah, no crime, no shout on America. A mother of fear. And the mechanics and mechanics there NDC very winning action. Now, reason is simple. Me started casting with 2 years ago. I'm saying I'm known program that, but baby, I'm a becoming who say a quite almost fast. A conduct internal election one MPP mono. Polling stations are much 5 a.m. You see, a sanitary. Wow, one will be contest on some 1% on corporate room. Now, yes, I'm from Krana, unless you cry 25 a.m. And you find that a real simple fund here to Abba. And I would declare conformably because not or more agenda near say or more will be in personal interest and more be or more person of a fragment. And I'm kind of doing a perspective of papa. And I did that perspective because in conform you more free a deal before a better Abba. General election. If you know your 1, 2, arrogance via buy and call for the biso. If we are not just say, oh, my own call for crano, or what's at the cry, I will not know any one party. No one to me, what's I said that baby crown or did to me, Jay. Oh, my one day, soon I'm out to say, party members, Nangasa, IEP. Already, what critical or internal politics elections, no, and I was asking conform to me. And I hope daily, or more operating young no market, on confess a politician or idea this year, way more fancy. Now, Shannon, so not a BBC, no see any more quick, no battle at all, or defending Pacona, the one pass and your every bill, both of a car, do that. You want we have investigation, president in a way would defend.
But honorable, you say more party national executive, more council of elders. Adenti na say president no oye bibina emfane kwemu na mo mpe a ebetia party no a mo use national executives ne council of especially council of elders because say asemoba council of elders and they advise both the government and the party executives adena mo use council of elders and because the defeat no affecting majority of MPP for not Bawumia not the Kufuor but MPP now affecting no. Why didn't you use the council of elders to resolve your internal party conflict?
Abe, there's one plan say the chairman of council of elders and the member in the honorable Hakman Owusu were more party no. Chairman of council of elders, any council of elders, what do you say? We are neutral, we are papa, we are mommy, we are bad time. One will take his side. The Jadiano, Nipano, your moon, Epano, and one is most open. A friend say, Oma more Jubilee, and Woman taking one line, no more. Until you can some crash and no more cast or more nipa, no lose a more your party. No, among what dreams are, only a 24 nipa, but Oman dress to that, as I 1 year, as a nipre, as a UBB, and the woman with him no matter as a nipper way, you better say the near so. Now, what do I need city panasono? That's a nipanason, the bayer, a man, so my baby, but my party, and I'm doing this so. Now, what we am going to the abbey. And as some American say, yes, say, not a council of elders. No, we are the two on one line. Now, national executives, apart from Udia, General Secretary, no, the rest, Wamaku schedule prepare me tell no. I could no question also or customer when you support from the colleagues, no, or could you know, what you could yama. Now, you acquire the banter between Nanado, Jubilee, no, or no Kudiano. The Kudiano have to.
Okay, honorable, says here, saying a future of MPP Bayer because Parliament. But then you
know, with this question, we need to clear everyone from the flag bearer to national, apart from Kodia, to regional. They are all waste. Look, what you want, not to me, Ashanti regional chairman. If you could never be the good chunk of what the golden mine company there. The gold mining company, the gold mining company, away. Not what show we.
Akunta mining.
Akunta mine, or the mine away. It's a mine, I ain't found the one. On share baby and the mine, what I would see a who see Kaya who be beer. Then nipper way, now go for his now go good and new more garbage show good as I. Now, one, their own funny light. Nipper, yes, I know we, yes, you were National Council of Elders, you were National Executives. And we need to clear all of them. We need to revamp a total overhauling also here. To think, I mean, and go for Papa no more, and come party no more, young queen. Yes, I did be a partner, don't dear. The German go for young as someone Coswa. The partner has a MPW, better than it is said here, a year, no. Team Biano, Team Bimbo, Team Nudi. So I need to
Minimpa, higher crown. Honorable Edward Michael Enin, former member of parliament for Obuasi East. Or Sanso,
I want the all kind of mistake. Who come with free semi bar, a Bamuche, the core parliament, Obuasi East, 2012. Ache, Name for Obuasi, I answer from 204 for 8 years. And son at 2012, no, you be chairman me call East. And the person me clear. Now my work I said now call for bank and Okasa.
Oh, W.
And I know me colleague for parliament.
Now, before I may be a Juma or Boasukra, now Oba Dumafam no Fia Pukia, way back into Ubia, Fourth Republic, where D a year parliament for a channel any contribution. Are you coming back, say MPP every vampire, Obasamba back?
Oh, MPP, yes, some won't buy MP, I mean, you know.
Honorable Edward Michael Enin, that's it. Yes, that's it. All right. Okay, so innocent, so the overwhelming resounding victory of NDC. Manfoso kase the pressure beto NDC abayin fufura ebe super. His Excellency President Mahama, the president-elect, yet to be declared by EC, at the 100 days or 90 days social contract at you. I don't know, sir, who a year social contract now. Key among it, a dear pan a touch or hata, and my hope, sir, there's a change coming.
Yes, I think this particular change was suspected because that is the only redemptive alternative Ghana for here. And President Mahama, as an individual, is the only person in recent time when you chance to be president. Our quarter and change or not may review the mistakes for coming back. So Abeku, whether he will be successful or not, that is a choice for him. Because he has the choice and I say, the Queen to be Ghana's best president and I say Ghana's worst president. The choice is his to make. And I think that he has the right conviction to do the right thing because a man for the anger atu akufado abanya free suna going forward it is no longer about NDC or MPP. It is about having power and using it to do the right thing. And I'm sure Sir President Mahama, because he never anticipated say this victory will be this overwhelming. There are several people are on NDC for, but they actually wanted change. And then the pressure on the bebano. And I'm sure say being there before no, he will have a way to manage it because he has no other option than to deliver on the mandate of the people. The first 100 days social contract, no, the amano, is achievable, it's feasible. It's not something a bit me can say, oh, to me, for instance, your friend is saying, now or about free, your friend said tertiary education for a month for or more other tertiary institution. This thing is within range, it's achievable. And the one thing over the years in the free senka also has to do with free tertiary for disabled people in this country. For instance, obi a want to be nanti anasa be ni enya adwuma na watimi force wakodu university. Such people, they need this kind of incentives. And I think that these are things within our okay. Then, key among them.
The 120-day social contract with the people of Ghana, resetting Ghana, jobs, accountability, and prosperity. The Ghana we want. As His Excellency, the President-elect John Mahama Ede Abetuya. 1. Nominate within the first 14 days complete list of cabinet ministers for parliamentary approval. 2. Constitute the leanest and most efficient government under the Fourth Republic in my first 90 days in office. Ministers in 1993.
Yes.
Ministers in 1997, ministers in 2001, ministers in 2005, ministers in 2009, ministers in 2013, ministers in 2017, and ministers in 2021. Or say, or before me government, sa government, no ministers endorse. Ufa a year, all the governments about under Fourth Republic. We and the leanest, and I say, Abaya ministers in Isha said the young moka bibri. Looking at pressure from the party members, especially Omama Breast, stalwarts of the party, 8 years, intimidation, MPP, Membui, Eddie Binu Femu, Gigi Binu Juma, and so people are hungry. And Unjidi said President being pressure. Now, sir, Linus government, they're very difficult to achieve it.
I'm not sure to be difficult because such undertakings, and yet compensatory initiative. Because ABEIKU the minister. We are talking about efficiency, and there is this book called Reinventing Government. It talks about efficiency, not the number. And especially over the years, Ghana has been very much concerned about size. Nipadudua President Akufo-Addo, sisa appointment the more kroma. At some point in time, we were over 123 and over. Our catcher Ghana for say, Omo Baba Yejuma Ding. At the end of the day, his government has ended up to be the most reckless, incompetent, moribund government ever in the history of this country. So I tell say the size of individuals I did to me be more mono and whether you be successful or not. And having promised Ghana for at the back of that agitation, Ghana for Adebano, I think say there will be no pressure because Obi Bua party now or when a political party the Nipa Neye, when people make contribution, there are ways you can reimburse them, but you can't compensate them with sensitive positions. That is the mistake Akufo-Addo Akufa around pegs because she share your friends say we home at the end of the day, to economy no abasra eguoi. Enti there are several ways you can compensate these people, but when it comes to appointment to critical sectors, it should be based on merit. Individuals or motimi I demonstrated certain intellectual dexterity, certain expertise. They have the knowledge, depth of it. Because at this point, Ghana is at the crossroad. Okay. We need redemption, and you need intellectuals to do that.
Mamin Fawumbra election and our electoral laws. Any possible electoral reforms, because under the Fourth Republic, constitutional reforms be electoral process, and on the deal do BVD biometric verification device, and the deal do thumbprint, and the deal do the keka home. Now collation, do you think say your coalition mechanism necessarily say revising in the sense that about 2 Ghana was divided into 276 constituencies for parliamentary, then 1 constituency for presidential. You could see polls on Saturday by 5 p.m. You close polls ni we are ye sorting na ya county we are na obia church numbers are unyaye ewo ne pink sheet so emra ne se wo de ba ko bebo polling station ho na returning officer de aka no or the constituency coalition center ne agigi all polling stations ewo constituency no together ne quality na ye declare the uwini ye ewo constituency ho. So far yenya members of parliament bebre ye declare ewo constituency coalition center say omawini. However, presidential no yentumi koleti enwie ama tension abakrum ye to aba Saturday and na ye dwada still you see say obema oni senjofo obekasa ye hwe nim oka 4:30 ye hwe nim enyamba. Do you think say regional coalition after we have collated in constituency, do we need regional coalition? And I feel so easy. I can say origin results from region through facts. Now, the facts and that's why you do. Sanema when you know delay about in the declaration of the results. What do you think about this?
ABEIKU, in the first place, I think that we need a total overhaul of the Electoral Commission in terms of personnel and even resources in the name of Modi Juma. Because with the advances in technology, you had to believe, say, Yakotuaba and getting to 72 hours, Electoral Commission, and there are a lot of stoppage points that you're creating. One has to do with the regional coalition. Institution when it comes to your friends elections. I can say it wasn't necessary because 2020, the flashpoint today, all the Nema SCC came about because of that particular stoppage. Our Electoral Commission inserted into our electoral process because the very moment that we creating more stoppage areas, you create tension. And I think that there are several ways, even from the polling station, we can get the election results straight to the national headquarters. Our Electoral Commission can design a system right from the polling station. The election results can get straight to Accra without any stoppage anywhere.
Okay.
Our systems and mechanisms.
Jina so mame fa won call regional coalition center. Baby Okaiko Central Baba Sadiq abatu omokenkan no na Honorable Patrick Boama se menteme ho ase yen kan biu akosi saying. So we share on Facebook who say Bruno charge we are supporters of Baba Sadiq Yawaso Central. Now omo the pressure akoto Okaiko Central omo the pressure akojina Electoral Commission Regional Coalition Center Emma say Electoral Commission. Can we get the video of Baba Sadiq being declared again? It is a video now. And my brother said we don't have time, we don't have patience. Watch it. So Pacho Monsha a video no ye adane. So the Ekoso ewo Okaiko Central no Electoral Commission declare say Baba Sadiq a winning and nothing can change it. Yes. From constituency coalition Akopie Regional Coalition Center, so you can see Baba Sadiq in the video. Pacho mobe to me I rotate video ni. So Electoral Commission finally as I declare say Baba Sadiq Ewini no mu tumi nya hwehwe hwe video ni bio. Yes, I'm share on Facebook, we'll find videos, you know, Adane Kaka. So let's continue, Innocent. It is now come about a year coalition center and how SSC equality results, you know, said the uncover delays any agitations be a ember to us.
It's over tension, I also at the various coalition centers in Nasafonina before election, because say the aura of doubt Jen Mensa ne team creating around the elections, you know, and they give you right about a recipe for disaster because so we young people and not where I also was to work on and several other places none of them and trusted the EC official because of the posturing prior to the elections. Then as a forum, and these are set institutional as a exact fairness. Now you're very assertive. Now, man, for yes, I want to say at the end of the day, the Electoral Commission will be firm and resolute and deliver your friends say election as it is. So if the personnel are compromised because of circumstances are President Akufo-Addo far so with brazen impunity, I also said Nipakoku Electoral Commission when he knew very well say some crofo way our ties with the political party. Ye Kenyan sasema okroma nyina papa we yantie. And also say omudu Electoral Commission. So in terms of personnel, the Electoral Commission is compromised. So any reform BIA has to begin with AJ Mensa. Any first will be able to be should start with the Electoral Commission AJ Mensa and then for. Then we come to your friends technology. And I'm making US
Electoral Commission I say why the most fair, transparent, credible election under Fourth Republic. Inti Abanfo Froba says maintain she's the most destructive, despicable character ever. Wakwatina EC with arrogance, impunity, disrespect. Some man we was sense of shame. Abeku and ka Abra declare Mahama na owie ya na the resignation letter to us say Majai. But she has no sense of shame. Also, why you Juma? Me say about on Bibia also French him. It had it as always. That's what. Oh yeah, Juma now now can. What do you out here over the years? I'm not sure how would I be praise you. It's the feedback you get. You understand? Because people are in a better position to judge whether Abeku is doing well or not. You can't unless you have this grandiose way. And I'll be to me Babaka say we say people have to. The feedback from the ground and they say she's incompetent. And she has demonstrated quite clearly. You see, the 2020 election, you know, John Mahama jitum for the sake of peace because the Electoral Commission will declare results. Now, kika percentages more than 100%. So there was this a lot of mistakes. Among for a man opportunities going into this election, you know, such mistakes will be corrected. And you are going to election 72 hours. Election results back political party NDC and MPP aka menfane say 10 minutes and say do 72 hours. Good, but NDC and MPP baumia ya den ehun say walusu baumia ya den because the political party no on EC has been able to collect results and they have concluded so wajia to walusu. NDC did the same thing by Electoral Commission now war resources technology in as for this personnel amount 72 hours we to win declare or train facts from Ahafu region. She's not a serious character, that is why she must go. She's a funny character. Facts in him be do here. Ahafu for facts in a chain. And I will say is it when you even mention facts as funny SAP technology belong to the 12th century and maybe I say you mean the facts and maybe I say you mean what the facts here then. We need to get serious. So I'm saying that the Electoral Commission, you know, a lot of reforms, not to favor any political party. You should know that particular person is strong, is very assertive. That person cannot be manipulated. But this woman, she's just a poodle of those in power, a toya, Sebi. Or met me a manipulating, and over the years were demonstrating quite clearly. You bet to me a man credit, sir. Election, it was free and fair. Which election? December 7, Saturday election. Oh, Abeku,
being free or fair no any electoral commission because the results na aba no first political parties no mo coalition about bontin then they have accepted the results electoral commission for figure bia ma bontin na we gina ka so fair or is not fair commission we bia ma bontin so at this point we judge na and we see enra denti na me bo Dr. Bawumia Baso for early concession say we take things for granted. Just imagine Bawumia anye that particular declaration na enka ene ebi enka Ghana nke jadam because you see young people and MDC and MPP people amassing on the street creating tension. So we need to give credit to Bawumia for what he did because he need to electoral commission so enka ene Kroma is pregnant with heat. Man for knew what is going to happen. So the woman has demonstrated time and time said she's incompetent and she must go. Or any sense of shame, unless how much of mine know Chino, boss Manasare, all of them should go.
Oh, you are not being fair.
I'm being fair.
I said, my men and a broby show.
No. Me, I have nothing against
boss Manasare and Yamacho man. So I a deputy director of operations.
You see, and this is a guy coming from academia. You see, when people are coming from academia with their background, you see, say,
but is it fair to call him a macho man?
Oh, so the description is make me express my opinion in any way.
You are entitled to do so.
This is a guy from academia. He made a comment some time ago. Said the NDC is a threat to national security, to Ghana's democracy. NDC is a critical stakeholder in the elections. And to going forward, do you think this guy in the conduct in Asiphobia, people will accept it? And this is a guy from academia.
So are you advising the Electoral Commission, executive management, they say, resign?
Oh, they have sense of shame. All of them should resign. All of them, including those at the IT. Nasabi, Uno Mamboya Fua, Obia, or Yenim Musa Dr. Piahene. Everybody knows the role in the MPP. Oh, Sunai, Uno Bia Mamboya Fua. Sensitive institution that like the Electoral Commission. You go and take somebody who is affiliated to a political party. I would say, Umbra easy. Trust Ben Awode is the reason why Akufo-Addo na Nkasa appointment created a lot of problems for Jane Mensah because autonomy party from Nkwa there is nothing that you can do. Man for Beji. You see, Adeba independent say it is not a matter of being fair or unfair, but it's also a matter of engendering trust and confidence. Man for Benya in what you do. So what you doing? You can be the best journalist, but we need track record be and also we need character. People will not respect you. Because you need to demonstrate, say, this is my personality, this is my character, and the character should be intact. And sana, as some of the fool, no, a man for take you serious. So it's not just about the over here, it is about how you conduct yourself. And to me, these people, considering how they've conducted themselves for the years, they are not worthy to lead the commission. And I'm sure, say, so any sense of shame, all of them should back out after this particular election. Because petition will come. People will initiate petition to get Jemensa out. That one I can tell you. But
Sana Omudi Charlotte say
yes.
Okay.
So that is inevitable.
So petition say Charlotte.
Oh yes. So that is inevitable.
Aba ya de bo Charlotte say yem fambo Jane Mensa. Wa bra ye pen kabum.
And I win baby we kra nyama ye fen say Charlotte say yeah. Then yeah. But this woman across the Rubicon, and I think that there are enough reasons, any basis, I'll bet to get a petition to the president, and the president, and so we are president, you are just a conveyor belt. You don't have to exercise any discretion. You're the mower. You forward it to appropriate quarters to do the necessary investigation, and then we take it from there. I think that we need to bring sanity into our politics because we've gotten to a point here. Not Ghana for a lose trust in our democracy. ABEIKU, there was a point I was talking to some people. Some people were even hailing your friends a military junta over democracy because Nipara no Mudi and Nimno. They demonstrate clearly say they were imposters. None of them are democratic because Akufo-Addo Subanya wanted from day one. Ever see it now? The guy is a certified tyrant, not a democrat.
But okay, say obo Akufo-Addo abaso kakra so odi free SHS aba osi National Cathedral onwe ye de but de tibia no na nka ba omi abaya anko beto aso na enye no nko anso or the planting for food and jobs enye no nko na or the one district, one factory, ebae. And enye no kwa one village, one dam, one constituency, 1 million. And I think so no. Or they a year agenda 111 and so ebae. And or they didn't grab you nearby. Oh, my
culture says, you see, they believe in politics of narrative. In some not to go outside just to control the conversation, but in reality, there is absolutely nothing. A subject of political, your friend is saying, corruption. And I say, scandals in the future. No, you hope, say, the new government will be very strong enough and probe the
Manka apps, so Ghana Post app, COVID app, and GMX music app, and also creative arts or the boy.
Yes, so they are supposed to be some kind of investment, and I say undertaking be a buying Ghana for Abrabono, and
the citizen app, any credit scoring app.
They say these guys are just jokers. They think that Ghanaians are gullible. And time has come for us to hold them accountable. And let me tell President Mahama coming. You see, Ghana for Dodo voted for change, not for nothing. They voted for change so that these people will be held accountable. Because over the years, we've been screaming, if we leave these people off the hook and let them go free, it's going to be an avenue. So, now also free. This is the time for us to set a stage of accountability. So that whoever comes, so that Nipa na President Mahama before Mudia na Kolwemuno will see say a day will come, judgment will be before them. And we need to make sure say we be ordering in Sabo mind Sikamubia from the president to whoever should be investigated. And Sikabia or Modibiano, we can get it back. And that is the idea Ghana for some people voted, Mekacho say, and you'll be on the voting here because of NDC. People voted for accountability. People voted to stop corruption. Family and friends. That tiny cabal of family and friends are scandals and for them. People voted. Say you have an opportunity to investigate. Now you hold you more accountable. And to be a president. Now not the sacred responsibility. On it, you'll be at the wrong side of the people. And getting a president out is so easy because Akufo-Addo in 2016 was a darling boy. Ghana first saw the social media, and then you saw what has happened.
Adusho boy.
Exactly, and then Adusho boy is walking in the hall of shame, not the hall of fame.
Mame, Nana do favorite song as Baby Marty. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
And see what the Bible now say, Ebia. We say, oh, these guys are anti-government. Your friend is saying you're happy anti-government sentiment. We don't like the president. Me papa a president. I'll be proud. But it's not just about being president. You should be president with the responsibility. That responsibility, embedded in the needs and the welfare of the people. You should take care of the people and make sure, say, the sentiments being expressed by the people become your priority.
Let me ask you this question. The Stop Galamsey demonstration, a mebulu koye demonstration, and they were detained and they were prosecuted. Because assembly crowd so were caught. Do you think, sir, Sadi will so affect Baumia and the MPP?
Yes, and I make us say, I more say. Baumia is a victim of an unfortunate circumstances. Certain extent, I agree with them to a certain extent.
Dear Wama and Sachayaka Siaba NDC. Lawyer Pablo, the National Youth Organizer of NDC. Pablo Michawa. Congratulations, congratulations. Sir, Yaka Soja and Fourth Republic on the overwhelming youth resounding victory. Ama NDC. Pablo, but Kache says here. His Excellency Mahama, the President-elect, time by and obey addressing the nation. 72 hours now, so.
I said, trying to the declaration. His declaration His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama, every address today, not the offer of Wakasa Ghana man.
Ora Opare Ado lawyer, National Youth Organizer for NDC. Yes, a member bebre Eco EC collection centers NDC Fuano Ebisa Yanti Yahuase. One hour commander, 1 hour soldier. And then I catch NDC Mabruno.
Ministry I may catch over. The other capture is in this all the in them. Nothing in our aircraft on Embrace. Embrace and the aircraft on M1. It's in I just start saying where you are, but it is this is the air story, where you know to make up. Or declare it of the man. Sabe, remember in our command, we are recommending your song. I won't declare the end of that in our costume. 2020 when you are called. Sabe, yesterday I walk on the pedal, so can I am, you know. I don't know start in our costume now. It didn't say it declare. They think I win in our almost dry contest, you know. Under the
4th Republic of Ghana, Yehu NDC Emebunua almost sorry to say with tenure as the National Youth Organizer. Now the Green Army, NDC Green Army, Sarah NDC Green Army, and NDC Abapawe, and number
leadership is the cause. Whatever follows are the effects of it. Because President Mama has promised the 24-hour economy, and our promise is a big crisis of sustainable jobs. You give it a human open, you only understand conditions of the living. Ever improving. Now, there will be no cause for alarm. Then when it does the President Mama ever created the right atmosphere, and the Juma and once they have jobs, they will be our better. Papa and I see a problem there wherever.
I remember, sir, there His Excellency President Mahama ever commissioned the National Youth Wing Office. Yanko Kwadom would the buy no. Okacha will say, wow, Pablo, South Green Army very strong. Time wa Abua Papo, Eka say, Omoko. Piketty around former President-elect Mahama Efieno. Emebru kasa omusu koye widi. Eti ebirubi say Green Army no a militant youth, but wo kasa omu ye mebru omu pa adwuma. E dey adwuma san adwuma skills be e no omu wo.
Like I said, also manifested my your program the national apprenticeship program the make great opportunity to mama Sunday. Almost training, and training almost the same. Almost my year of Benjamin, another 24-hour economy. The Green Army is not a militant way. A movement of young people who share the same ideas and ideology. Almost and after almost 18 almost moving for a change on so the Green Army was a movement that campaigned across the country and brought about a change the young people of this country were looking for.
Lawyer George Opariado, National Youth Organizer NDC. Yeah, that's it. Money Adjuma, congratulations, Soja. Congratulations.
John Dramani Mahama, 24-hour economy. Ejuma Pankoa. John Dramani Mahama, 24-hour economy. Ejuma Pankoa.
All right, the for National Youth Organizer of the NDC, Lawyer George Opariado, and Yeneno Etritri and Komo. His Excellency the President-elect, President John Dramani Mahama, and you may 7 p.m. and obe address on my 7 p.m. 7 p.m. 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Now, so far, and Yama Yansaka Sesia HR. Electoral Commission wa quality 16 regions, you know. Wa quality area. Honorable Lawyer Francis Sosu was saying a bill. Council, congratulations. victory no overwhelming. Would you say a dear pan and this son could be a Cassian Sabro again as a member of parliament and now elect again? Okay. Minimum say what you carry on social media other constituents and your followers. And you have a catcher your man for. And has your opponent send you a message to concede defeat?
It has not been a very but I think the thing now,
all right. Once again, congratulations, lawyer Francis Xavier Sosu. Yakupo Shao. Why are there pa? What about you, pa? Congratulations.
Come on, the victory of Muhammad.
Abusafo, results are easy. Accolades is here yet to be put on air. Some of the better from a total vote of valid votes 11,191,422. 11,191,422. Way any valid vote and crop for a 2 year no a bank crop for 2 year no way na ye papa 11,191,422. near a say and crop for 2 year no the say no 239,109. 239,109. And after so voter turnout omo register omudin so omo nkoto aba no wo de nipa ni nyina omudin wo voter register no musi a emu 60%, 60.9% and ekoto aba. Voter turnout 60.9%. na yenhwe presidential no said the 2 leading contenders in the presidential no enyaye. Dr. Baumia NPP enya 4,657,304. 4,657,304 are represented 41.61%. Dr. Baumia enya 41.61%. enya 41%. And His Excellency John Mahama enya 6,328,397. 6,328,397. What the core percentage more? His Excellency John Mahama enya 56.55%. 56.55%. Etibamenya 41.61%. And His Excellency Mahama enya 56.55%.
ABEIKU Santana, driving you home and making you feel
Asamoah, His Excellency, the outgoing Vice President. But Ubonidi are now the outgoing account because Obeko, friend of Vice President, and next I say Obesata, Vice President elect, Professor Jane Nana Opoku Ajimai. First time Oba Vice President, Ghana history. Emma Monsori, the Nana Nakura Dupeno, Abem, na ope. In 1981, 82, Ediba, but Abem, a year 2024. Professor Jane Nana Opoku Ajimai, Vice President elect. Eti, Chama wunti mi baby a will be an uchiao. Mamina also is ceremony, and Wababe Vice President. His Excellency, the outgoing Vice President, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Baumia, said, the people have voted for change. Mahama has won the presidential election decisively. We, Ene Asamoah, the outgoing Vice President, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Baumia Okaye. Na yefesio. Are you expecting, I say, Napo to me ubia besa ye video now this energy ye a patcho so I can see me ke bibi no man can ya mo fan cheme enkanka Napo Ivan.
I'm not sure say Ghana ni bi o serious be here apology from Napo, or rather or here apology from Onwana for himself, because Sawohe Kwanya, this gentleman has demonstrated within our political journey now no me catch will be said no decent minded person how he has conducted himself. Now our respect for the people of this country and I conceive the idea said this gentleman should become a running mate and a possible vice president of this country. You must be in a position say you are ready to disrespect everybody, but you see politics, presidents, you know, you go to a point and now a lose value and credibility.
Oh, now say they expound the virtues, achievement of Napo, say or the on the free education by energy sector.
Oh, can't say we have over before my ya can't any say ya can. You see, we are talking about character.
But son and Crawford
yeah, we are entitled to an opinion. But you see, and I make us say. In some making, if you are an emotional fanatic, you will not see this thing. But any intelligent person be about to has subjected this gentleman to intellectual scrutiny. We will know say on your material for anything president. That is a fact.
Enti Napo ena ekose MPP defeat ana.
Oh, not him per se, but to certain extent or a part of it. Defeating them.
Napo ya akose MPP defeat.
Oh, but I say the persona alone it take away a lot of things. You see, the whole essence of
Kwame Nkrumah no kind and I say Nyankopon edano.
That was just a tip of the iceberg. Now go back to your friend is saying. Show now mo no joy
pacho NDC for wonungwa se mensan bo victory song kwen ne mom why pawocho lomote wini ya na Mahama niye lomote niye no owini ye Ivan PC parliamentary candidate Dr. Napo mistakenly epejane sa Mahama niye lomote niye Mahama niye lomote niye okani mpo no se monje meka Dr. Mamudu baomia wani aje Mahama niye say but owini ya na wati
I can't confirm
lomote okay and lomote niye. Okay, young call Electoral Commission. Now, Electoral Commission, Ekasa, Yonche, and some Electoral Commission, Eddie Tuja.
The resource sheet has been structured. At the moment, is the turn of Ghana Union Movement rep endorsing the Form 13 on behalf of his party. Thank you very much.
Yawo Electoral Commission for Asweye na Electoral Commission pani ade ensemo etudwa pacho ohwe ye ya ubewu se ya pick feed no efi your sister station back ho but audio no also ebeba se sia from 13 no echo se amanyoko ni nyina obi ambesan engine 2 say results no Electoral Commission edi betudwa no Frenchim enti gum Ghana United Movement for and edu omoso se omo sai eti say yesan wi a eno ano no but say wo hwa obo say video no half of the video no President Mahama ene ne ye Mrs. Lodina Mahama ene ne mba ewo ni fie ti oba your Facebook na Ubehu President Mahama they say America say wa funny phone ohwe so ne Mrs. Lodina Mahama so etin in chain Uba your Facebook say okay 101.7 FM ubehu Electoral Commission no edafa and His Excellency Mahama fie so edafa do say ne ma ene ne ye etiwonom ye Electoral Commission say ode results no ebetudwa enti Electoral Commission headquarters any Mahama His Excellency
and so that is Mr. Samuel Tete is the deputy EC chair on the left side of course and then also
etino ye na ya to say the kind you pick feed from your sister station TV3 for her and ye de etudwa okay Field Marshal Ohinana Kwame Amo Kwame Amo wadaroma oye sofo ewo glorious word dey na say enkunimdie na aba ama mwasori because MPP for AD mwasori atem na endra yahu video of His Eminence the Lord's Prophet Sofupeni Dr. Owusubempa say okasa Field Marshal man of God yema akwaba
me Joseph rapping
acho bibia boko de
nyame adom enti se odi
adam me de need to say me de ye Yahoo video of Papa Prophet Dr. Owusubempa say endra all man word na and some okay say MPP be report or the portal ka portal results nso ye portal ama ene MPP for edi obuo awehemu gidie ni die akane na omde ma sofo Owusubempa no omde abrena na
till now the dog me to me can say wo mo de abreno ebi ase ye kokoa mu die but enisuo de mindin di say o ma ye bibi ama obi ya okọ Glorious Chapel beka se MPP di obuoni eni di a wo mo edema papa amano bibi sa de ye hu ye
enipa bi nim kasetia eye Sofu Usubempa even His Excellency the President the last speech okoma on Thursday ewo ligo no keka bi ma asofo a o ma declare results say ma be wini and ekotia Sofu Usubempa owura wuntumi de ne de bubuja yentumi mbo sa voice ne say ne kasa ne bi ne threat wo mu no nye say na papa efa asemi
oh dog medase efa mampeni ade ne de se papa nkasa kra as a church no members ni bi a wom ne emu bi kasa say they were really disappointed in the president because ade a wo kasa tie yi enua na 2016 obi a ye Ghana ni bia bedi dase se edo ba mambuom ema wo krampo de ugo beyond the ana enkomhye no kakra ma wo se the battle is the Lord's ema wo de nyom kra ta akire se asem papa bia matini se oye entina they believe say wo de ade bia fire beto aba a wo bia se nkom de wona na ya se nantwie ni achacha enkanya de obetwe nwo afiri ho da bado beka ni say dia ne they believe will be say Jama, the battle is the Lord's no crown now. What about 2016? Crown as na wunni. A slogan be keka okofa bae because so I can say the battle is the Lord's. Now as of for you so. Eka samanya mia. Since when? And the outgoing president yes say ye betwa ba ye nsyenkom. Ye betwa ba nyame nane di emfa nkyere di for. Then if that is the case, anka 2016 was enka. Emra di for nsyenkom. Kama no ke was openly ogina platform so na o kase bibia se no ntimo obi anse mame dog so what masia
ti ase pa meti ase
anti me as an individual de metie mom de ya me wanwa pa ma se bia e kase me interpret dia work and pa de ne I might say be at the battle is the Lord's no crana or the dada nyame.
It is a MPP for binya Sofupeni Prophet Usu Dr. Usubempa omunya na kasetia no se 2028 omo de chewpa eba papa ho a asorema mo befo papa so se onjintum na onfa nchewom.
Dog yazi obi friend nyame no obi nyina wo. Papa de a man proposes but God disposes. Yeah, the betumi aye afam there but the final decision no ejina ono no so. And papa so one thing na mehu kakra wono no say anamo bi obetu bia when it has to do with the ministerial code there. Wona nyame ne bo ho nkomo. Ema wotie nyame ne. Ti aya na wo pese obetie nyame ne chense. Obetie nipa ne nti se koba se members no kra impression on him say achope bia ba wanyi ntumu a mitidi ye papa that I've known him ages past no he will want to talk to God.
And I'm not sorry to say.
Oh dog me ni be na I wish to say enka time wo mu pa na nka program yin nka wuyi ni na mama nsan ahwa and we were surprised to see Sami Jemfi.
I know na mbegusa Sami Jemfi ba ho. Eye the first time ana.
Me dwani asoro ne the first time am hu no.
Ba oka say be say 2 years ni e na oni papa ekasa oni Sofu Usubempa be say mfie mienu ni o kasa no. But asori pa say mo hu ni de mo hu ni hoda.
Ane dia dabi.
Honorable Eslousu obanwa asori because I think say the constituency na asori wana.
Doc me kasa nyamedie nim nyam say MP so mu lusu yank enne. I wasn't commission for the bar.
Oh how? Oh don't say that. You are a man of God. You are a pastor.
Oh,
you are a pastor. Don't talk like that.
Oh,
say MPs are losing to be shot at their white. Oh, don't say that.
That's what was my dear.
Oh, Debbie.
That could be some 1,000 times.
Oh, Debbie. We are so for. And it is necessary we jubilate on the failure of Sebi an MP. Your MP. Why?
Me that's no question. Yes, Christo Crowned bisa say. Akwata food na misa wa mo yare na 9 ne wen ɛna baako pɛ no waba doc agise bia communications minister Eslowusu ebedem say meboa and then kamenso so meka before 2016 election Yemisa Glorious Chapel say ye 31st night na Eslowusu what front seat first seat yanko papa fie and I can even mention MPP aban mu mperinfo a they will bear me witness say Eslowusu papa fie awa dringa no as a fie annex okompo awontina akonwa so papa hall otifom eno ne kasa do I'm trying to establish the anyankofa na da woni papa ntam otumi kofie. That was when she was not an MP no amumma ba mu asema mi ken honorable Irina Toshiado ya me dance ni and local government rural development the owo bunu we mi refini din kakra we me dance for
e de necessary
do akobi nim after wo mu wi ni ye say Kim Glorious Chapel ni bi meka nche me say ohun Eslowusu wo asore wa efitibra MPP ba mu 2016 even 2017 look even when President Anado paid visit obesra asore no I was expecting Krasenka will be any leti kra makra na ye Eslowusu wama ni konso ni susu ni na ye ABEIKU mawawo
enu ti na say enya asema nka be she white
oh ye boni ayefo and I don't celebrate Ingrid oh yes but will be ye bibi mawo at least would at least show anakura keke oh me ba ko pa bi no lusu ye na ama me dress na sesa. Can you not party anka the whole week commercial white? Dog mechanical commercial white.
Enti Esla defeat no a shock you a surprise one now.
Oh nanya me I saw it coming. Oh I saw it coming. Nanko we no crank be me mama.
Ivan obi a we lusu ya e yankofo wanwa pa e Henry Kote. Yase nkrofo abo mo de o ma she police de o ma che but still lusu ye and Patrick Boama. Why? So mba bo nkrofo. I don't know nipa e boni ayesa.
No. Bonua be any issues like this. Yeah, the two Misha wonsa. Adena akonwa na wote so no enye afia akonwa na wona na wuye no digya wo na wo de aye favor. Aye responsibility na Ghana for their show nsa say fatumi no na fa yard pa fa.
Me kai etiefo say nkomo aye twetwe ye de omampani a yato aba ayi no His Excellency John Mahama ni fie ato your Facebook no ye FTV3 for omuno show credit to TV3 and uhwemfoni na obehu Electoral Commission headquarters oma frɛ amanyokuo foni nyina se obia mesan eye from 13 eye Electoral Commission omo sheet report no obia mesan itunya san wie na Electoral Commission ebeka untumi kana me kokoto na me koye de itipacho sesi ade Electoral Commission beka no yeto aba no 72 hours aba About 72 hours 28 minutes. Twaso Ivan.
Yes, also nipakuo ba kwa na mienu bi nsa meduwa police meduwa army no and solve society's problem because the larger society no ehia certain initiative ebe create job opportunities for young people nipa de be say manya adwuma no aye guaranteed aye sustainable in the future no you can plan ahead but you think say oh masoba akwa na mienu nsa medomo police medomo we and for that matter na man for nkoso fa to me mawa and be a politics in the governance no won't ase and then the larger scheme of affairs how this government has fared when in all aspects now what na we Ghana nia na we babuna you begin to think about the future you see over the years now immediate gratification and empower man for oh maji we ya ma misika ma yese by ne people are taking a peep into the future. What is there for them? Because desperation and lucky a lot of young people baby and so mutu kwanko kwa no moko.
My member sofo ohinina na kwamiamo. Man of God, video bi ababonten video ne MPs best 4. Omosanso ye ministers. Omoma the last dance. Omosaya no mo lucy. Okoboy no aba no agina MPP last rally ewoligo no no asa okoye wakolusu esla so no aba no abesa no walusu Henry Kote no aba no abesa wakolusu Lydia Seram Alasa just say onokra de eyan krofo wawa say John Dumelo atwi ni musa we sofo nyame nipa e de na hu ye proud to the election.
Oh dog me that say me de ne de nyame nmu ni e ba no spiritual side me hu nchen me papa awusu bempa enti dia papa kan ye no in his light I see light and enti dia wakan ye nmu nana menam and my bomb whom so say me person me kɔ dia papa kaneti ko hu dia wo ho esan say say me twimi mu de betene ye pekura no a baby anyame di na duru osunsun mu ne ma hwe no me nuru anti
ba sofo Victor Kusi what oka se nyankopo yi a che no enya dia mahama be wi ni Pacho mama no si Endra
but aboa ya say we no
Endra wakasa e wona so
o ya say wana ono ampa
o sa
o ya wana ape
Victor Kusi Boateng
oh lawyer Miss David dog nam ka oh no so no she jarabia bi
white I
na sanso ya ne yire birthday
na Endra ne ye ne yire birthday
me pacho
eti asem odi betu dwa Endra asori oye asem odi tu dwa ene sade nyakopo yi kire no no ebo aburana
doc me da se pa we na me pe pa nyame anim ni se eye na se eba na enkom sese nu a aya na ntotofefe na ewo mu no wo mu nyama akesefo ne na akesefo ne nka na nka be ya wo mu ntie di akesefo ne ka no na wo mu nye. No matter how fast a lizard grows, it can never grow to the size of a crocodile. Won't me? So Victor Kusi Boateng, we are aware. Say you can never be more than Apostle Dr. Isaac Owusu Bempa. Now when you are not the cook of fear now, one pay Gusma, and then when you be a kakra. So Victor Kusi Boateng. Obeka no crapa. No in no crumons and no queer idea. No in a mean me a fire. We are someone says off Benny and a trout of Ujuma. So for Ben and Nam Swa, Utu Quaqua Brute first, a quiet sorry. So for Ben and Nam Swa would have been first. The papa was even pay we, Nakatiani. I know about Tresan and Twas Rakosness, or when Mugazi. So when Mugazi, and when Muguasana, sir, who can sell Bosso, sir, your trouble we are. The men will be separated from the boys. What are you, boy? William Montizori, Mecatro. Cannot press yourself, Victor Kusi Boateng, enough is enough. Who are the chance of Owusu Bempa Tom? Namibia carry antro. Namibia no beka bibia Nana no be enso we aban fi. Zadikaya be hwe Mikaya sum say since when ana wo Mikaya Namibia say me Zadikaya wa ba beka ebe yi bibia di atro. Na dey say Namibia be nani efra. Adanso of Owusu Bempa kwa prophetical sabbatical leave. Na Namibia tan wa ba beka dia. Men try. Once when me go ase. Afid ye quotation cry no. Why would you one say and let God be God and let men be liars? What say why we say a liar? Afid ye upe bibia to chan won say ya manya me ya no kwa for na nipa nya atrofo nte so ye trofo. Doc.
Pacho so wo hwe a ya fa feed efi your sister station. Electoral Commissioner Eba Bekasa. Madam Jane Mensa. Ivan ne auntie Ivan and our pempa
already the last declaration no nya no nko on find musu nko
okay obetena say akasa watwe microphone so ni patch bra your Facebook wall your fa feed no every media general for your mom credit say your mo feed and your fa now on your TV say
and they said we are done now.
I na beka de atwa to ne fan so
I think say my more Ghana for about so despite the political differences in us for I think say yakoto about so ndwem because I will hear other countries around us or when you say and Ghana we continue to pay sectors na they can on the song ya change government in there but my nkoda I think say this critical mindset I say the shaping and by ma near my Ghana for here no that is what we need to do because ya tutia Akufo-Addo not because you're tiny no but not near my name going forward no Mahama ba we will make sure say he does the right thing and that's all that we are looking for.
Yeah, that's it. All right. Ivan, you better so anyway your juma abai fufra be you know be your juma pa. Yes, you come be ha na eti ejwa. So for kwame amo ansana obesori akono pacho wadaruma fa ura Ivan Innocent akonya na mame Electoral Commission commissioner the press releases are all nyina no quote Bible minim say ma no nim Bible musa no quote
Bible cry say sebi pataku betumi di nwan huma dra no ho aba betre say oyodwan so no oyodwan
oh miracles aboaje so quote Bible
na say finance minister oko yekenoforiata oba read budget bi okutu Bible anadok enti Bible de abunsam kura kotu Bible mra Yesu ya akomtire wiye no okotu Bible say watro say enti abunsam kura nim Bible mu
okay
nti anya nwanwa na yem ho say Electoral Commission results na dan wan fa anya salad engu no waches wenni
oh pacho say o see take time Electoral Commissioner board no ana commissioners no ba ko kan wo yesofo Anglican sofo mame no oka ho I think so ye djuma wo Asasi Radio ansana nanado appointing no akọ Electoral Commission menim say empire no obo no nyankopon ebetia yanko fa medasi pi fa mejiama so hopanyi ezuba
amen. But it is the counsel of the Lord that will stand. We thank you, Lord, that you have spoken in our nation today. It is our prayer that as you have commanded us, that it is you that establishes leaders, that you will pour out your mercy and your grace on all of us as a nation, on our leaders. We thank you, Father, for this time where we declare what you have spoken. We ask, Lord, that your presence be with us. May the words of our mouths and the meditation of all our hearts be pleasing and acceptable to you. O Lord, you are our strength and you are our Redeemer. Amen.
I would like to acknowledge the presence of a few dignitaries. I'll start with the special representative of the Secretary General, UNOAS, Mr. Leonardo Santos Simao. We have with us the Deputy Head of Mission, ECOWAS delegation, led by His Excellency Babuka Blaise Jani. We also have with us in the National Coalition Center, the UN Representative Coordinator Ghana, His Excellency Mr. Charles Abani. We have delegation from ECONEC. We also have with us the USA Ambassador. Accompanying the USA Ambassador is the British High Commissioner to Ghana. Now I'm coming home. Before I come home, we have delegation from the Commonwealth. Head of delegation, thank you very much. We have a team from the Association of African Elections Authorities here with us. We also acknowledge the presence of ECONEC delegation if they are here, as well as the AU reps here. Thank you very much. Now I'll come home. With us, we have directors and deputy directors from the Electoral Commission of Ghana. Can we see you? Can we see you and wave? Please be on your feet. Be on your feet for Ghanaians to applaud you for the wonderful work that you've done. Thank you. Now I go to the commission members. Here with us is Commission Member Professor Peter Apiahene. Also here at the high table, we have Commission Member Hajia Salima Sani Muhammad. The one who said the prayer is a commission member, and she is Reverend Ikia Ufori-Boateng. Thank you. I'm told the EU ambassador to Ghana is also here. And the director of USAID is also here. I would like to introduce another commission member, Ms. Ajua Isiama Abrefa. And now I go to the executive commissioners. At the high table, we have Deputy Chair in charge of Corporate Service, Dr. Bosman Eric Asare. Deputy Chair in charge of Operations, Mr. Samuel Tete, is also here with us. And the chairperson, the returning officer, Mrs. Jane Adukwe-Mensah, is here. In addition, I would like to acknowledge some few people here. Reps of the National Peace Council, representative of domestic observer groups. I can see Mr. Anyi here, the national coordinator of CODIO, reps of other international observers, members of both local and international press and media houses. Shall we see your hands? The local and international press houses with us. And last but not the least, I would like to acknowledge the supporting staff, members of the security services, as well as the members of the ambulance services that were able to come on short call. Thank you very much for coming. And now, the reason why we are here. I have the singular honor to cede the podium or the mic to the chairperson of the Electoral Commission and the returning officer for the presidential elections, Madame Jane Mensah.
Okay FM. Okay FM. Okay FM.
ABEIKU Santana, driving you home and making you feel okay.
It has been 48 hours since the close of polls on Saturday, the 7th of December, 2024. The voters of Ghana have spoken. They have expressed their choice at the polls, and that choice will today be upheld by the Electoral Commission of Ghana. As a commission, we have fulfilled our vowed aspiration to imbibe transparency, accountability, inclusiveness, and responsiveness at the heart of all our operations. And I can confidently say that with the help of God, we have fulfilled these aspirations and the expectations of the citizenry. We have conducted elections that are credible, fair, transparent, and peaceful. Elections that have expressed, elections that have ensured that the will of the people as expressed at the polls, the elections that have guaranteed that every vote counts. As a country, we take pride in the fact that our electoral processes, initiated since 1992, uphold and guarantee the voter's choice. We take pride in the fact that the voter's choice, as expressed at the polls, is sacrosanct. Ladies and gentlemen, the last 4 years have been spent in injecting and infusing 4 key elements into every aspect of our work. And those elements are transparency, accountability, responsiveness, and inclusiveness. As such, we started the year poised and ready to conduct credible elections. We were conscious that elections were an event and not a process. This resolve led us to undertake several transformational decisions, including the re-exhibiting of the Provisional Voters Register for the first time in our history, when concerns were raised about its credibility, as well as opening up the IPAC meetings to the citizenry by allowing the live coverage of all IPAC meetings. Indeed, the decisions to re-exhibit the Provisional Voters Register to allow a further review by political parties and the citizenry, as well as the demystification of the IPAC meeting, has helped diffuse the tensions that were brewing around the Provisional Voters Register. Ultimately, those two decisions restored the confidence of the citizens in the Voters Register and cemented Ghana's peace. Again, in the spirit of responsiveness, when complaints were made about the 50 pesos charged voters for the verification of their registration details online, the Commission waived the fee and allowed voters to verify their details at no cost. In line with our determination to ensure the credibility of the 2024 election, when the Commission received information of the leak of a single defaced ballot paper, the Commission acted swiftly and destroyed ballots for both Western and Eastern regions. This bold determination and this bold decision was based on our determination to uphold the integrity of the election at all costs. In less than 1 week, the Commission printed new ballot papers for both regions and went on to successfully hold the special voting 2 days ahead of the main election. As a Commission, our singular message to our teams at all levels has been clear. It is that our mandate is not to make anyone a president or a member of parliament, but rather to conduct and undertake credible and transparent elections and electoral processes which uphold the voters' choice and lead to acceptable and peaceful electoral outcomes. Today, our resolve has paid off. We have conducted elections that are fair, elections that are free, elections that are credible, elections that are transparent, elections that are peaceful, and elections whose outcomes are acceptable by all. So transparent are our processes that any interested political party, media house, or citizen could collate with.
ABEIKU Santana, driving you home and making you feel okay. 101.7.
And we witnessed this with the concession of the Vice President, even before the declaration of the results by the Electoral Commission. Ladies and gentlemen, the testimonies on election day also attest to the efficient, robust, and resilient processes we put in place. Many citizens testified to the seamless processes they witnessed at the polling stations. The average time spent at the polling station was around 5 minutes compared to several hours and several minutes prior to the 2020 election. Citizens also attested to the efficiency of the biometric voter devices, the biometric verification devices employed to ensure that one man every man has one vote. The system worked efficiently and ensured that the voter who registered was indeed the person who voted. We are confident that the 2024 election will further cement trust in our electoral processes and reduce the suspicions that typically characterize elections on the continent. At this juncture, I would like to thank all of you who journeyed with us to ensure the success of the 2024 election. To our staff, both permanent and temporary, we say ABEIKU, you have worked hard, put in long hours, plowed the field, and done the spade work at the risk of your own lives to bring us a successful outcome. Our hearts go out to our staff who were manhandled during this time. We wish you well, and we ask the good Lord to bless all of you. To our media partners who have journeyed with us and enabled us to bring the commission to the doorstep of every Ghanaian, we say thank you. To the Ghana Police Service and to our partner, the National Peace Council, we say ABEIKU. We thank all of you, the good citizens of Ghana, who have believed in us and allowed us to serve you. To our dear families and friends who have journeyed with us every step of the way, we thank you for your support, your prayers, your encouragement, and your advice. We are conscious that we could not have achieved this success without the help of the Almighty God, our anchor, without whom we could have done nothing. We remain eternally grateful, and I say thank you, Jesus. To all our observers from the ECOWAS, from the African Union, from the ECONEC, from the Commonwealth Secretariat, from the West Africa Elders Forum, supported by the Good Luck Jonathan Foundation, from the National Peace Council, from CODEO, from the Association of African Election Authorities, from the European Center for Election Systems, from International IDEA, from Manso Institute, IDEG, and to electoral commissioners from election management bodies in Africa, namely Uganda, Gambia, Kenya, Liberia, we say thank you for your support. We wish you all Godspeed back home. As the returning officer for the presidential election and in fulfillment of my mandate as enshrined in law, I will now declare the outcome of the 2024 election. It is important to note that per Regulation 63.3 of the 1992 Constitution of Ghana, the winner of the presidential election must obtain at least 50% plus 1 at the polls to be declared the winner of the election. We have collated the presidential results from all 16 administrative regions, of which 267 of the 276 constituencies have been captured. We have not been able to receive results from 9 constituencies because our offices have been besieged by political party supporters, making it impossible to complete the collation process. That notwithstanding, the presidential results from the 267 constituencies, including the newly created Guan constituency, clearly established the winner of the 2024 presidential election. Simply put, even if all the votes from the 9 constituencies were added to the candidate who placed second, it will not change the outcome of the election. It is important to note that the Commission will update the records on receipt of the presidential results from the 9 outstanding constituencies. Ladies and gentlemen, now to the results of the 2024 presidential election. And the results will be announced based on the positions of the presidential candidates on the ballot. Mahamadou Bawumia of the NPP obtained 4,657,304, being 41.61%. Daniel Augustus Latte Jr. of the DCPP obtained 16,673, being 0.15%. Christian Kwabena Andrews of the Ghana Union Movement obtained 16,461, being 0.15%. Kofi Apalu of the LPG obtained 5,219, being 0.09%. Mohamed Frimpong of the National Democratic Party obtained 4,413, being 0.04%. Nana Akosua Frimpong of the CPP obtained 23,397, in 0.21%. Mr. John Dramani Mahama of the NDC obtained 6 million. Let me take that again. Mr. John Dramani Mahama of the NDC obtained 6,328,397. And I'd like to repeat that. Mr. John Dramani Mahama of the NDC obtained 6,328,397, being 56.55%. Mr. Hassan Ayariga of the APC obtained 17,461, being 0.16%. Mr. Kofi Kranting, independent candidate, obtained 3,320, being 0.03%. Mr. George Chumberima Edu, independent candidate, obtained 3,091, being 0.02%. Nana Kwame Biediaku, independent candidate, obtained 84,478, being 0.05%. Mr. Alan Kojo Tremanting, independent candidate, obtained 31,202, being 0.28%. The total valid votes cast add up to 11,191,422. Total rejected votes 239,109. Total votes cast 11,430,531. It's important to mention that the total registered voters add up to 18,774,159. And the percentage voter turnout based on the 267 constituencies stands at 60.9%. 60.9% based on the 267 constituencies. And as I mentioned, this does not include the 9 constituencies whose results we are yet to receive. Ladies and gentlemen, as mentioned earlier, results from the 9 constituencies are still as outstanding. The 9 constituencies are Ewutu Senya East, in Sawam, Aduajiri, Akwetia, Suhum, Techiman South, Domi Kwabenya, Ablekuma North, Ahafo Ano North, and Damango. The total registered voters in all 9 constituencies add up to 947,1 116. In the event that all the valid voters from the 9 constituencies above voted for the candidate who placed second, the total number of votes he would garner would be 5,604,420, representing 46.17% of the total valid votes, which would have been 12,138,538. The inclusion of the outstanding constituencies would have given the leading candidate 52.13%, which is still greater than the 50% plus 1 required to be declared a winner. And so even with that scenario, he's clearly the winner of the 2024 election. In the light of the above, ladies and gentlemen, I have the singular honor as the returning officer of the 2024 presidential election to declare His Excellency John Dramani Mahama as the winner of the 2024 presidential election and the President-elect of the Republic of Ghana with a total percentage of 56.55%. Congratulations, sir. It is finished. Thank you very much.
Jumapa, Kunimde, Adorable.
For the Daye Ekosoya Nipitrim, His Excellency President-elect John Dramani Mahama has been declared the winner of the 2024 December 7 election. Now, BBSC say Yeshe Nanado Adudi Adoshoboy say Obefre President Mahama na wa congratulating. After President Nanado Dankwa congratulating President Mahama, Wipe Nafe Bibia ko Ubia wo aba adwuma mu bia Nanado de wo baaye no ene ye Monday me ye wo adiasa ti ye no chena yi niema nyina ne kofi yi niema nyina and yentie enkratona eti mame Jane Mensa utu say she's not happy cry, she's not happy. Mame nya happy cry Jane Mensa She's not happy. Why basa? Only boss man sorry. Why basa? Oh. Sorry, Madam Jimensa. Sorry. Madam Jimensa, sorry, why? She's not happy, cry. I mean, I am sad. The eyelashes, no, I train home every new, and I make up and also attend home. How are you, Samu? Yea, let's see. Dr. Baumia or shares our live, declaration. We are sure that Nanado share live. I bet you who share live, sir. I'm going to try me back.
Okay, FM 101.7. Yes, I got for Frabo. Pepper powder, pepper jawo. Some coffee, pepper powder. Some coffee, pepper powder. Some coffee, pepper powder. Abuna, I'm on crack. Some coffee, pepper powder.
This Christmas, let's embrace our heritage and strengthen our bonds. It's time to reconnect with family and friends, to share stories and spread love, joy and peace. Celebrate an Afrocentric Christmas with us at the MTN Festival of Night Lessons and Carols 2024. Join us at the Grand Arena, Accra International Conference Center on the 20th of December. Gates open at 6 p.m. On the bill, Krumpa, Perez Music, Joe Metal, Efia, and Kitty. Experience Christmas with a difference at the MTN Festival of Night Lessons and Carols. This event is strictly by invitation.
MTN. Lash Studio UK. Train to become an eyelash technician with Lash Studio UK. Create beautiful lash styles. Gain an internationally recognized accredited certificate. Contact us at 0247 550 708. Visit us at lashstudiouk.co.uk. Follow us and book your appointment without delay on Instagram at Lash Studio UK. LASHED. lashstudio.co.uk.
Into what year? The piano will mean your phone. Aden, omutu ya okana.
Ani oma. Se me ko so ayisu me MTN no a, na me nya points no more. Na me to me the points ni nya airtime, data, ne discounts for shops, any restaurants.
Hey, into waiting na de bia eye mu me phones no, na mo kan kire yen. Ama yenso ya enjoy bi.
Oh man.
We dey kill you with enjoyment. Yeah, the MTN rewards. Koswa kasa, test it. Now browse the money the biada, na 2 points. I don't know who the bet you watch again. Yeah, it's so. And then yeah, the check what a chedian no price area. And for so be free. And one so be dialing *550#. Now what your reward to see ya. Joe Yanko everywhere you go.
Me ya umwao. Me ba penyin no kane no onimade pa. Na so nan se bua no obon. Me dwene ho amenti ase.
Na so we dey simple gra. Fa no ko White Stone Dental and Eye Care. Na yen checking anima no.
Oh, jai samani abrewate. Me ba bona me ka asmacho ase me fa ne ko Eye Care clinic.
Na wonnim se enkwada bi wono mo a. Wo de sua enko yie nyina no efi wani. Akwada bi wo a abra teacher ni kyira de no. Won hu ade ni yi. So wo tie anima na so wo tie akire. E ba ne sa. Fa no bra White Stone Dental and Eye Care. Nhwemu mfa na ni no ohobia entam so yewe na esia no ama no
ayampa o na sekro ni yade no eba emonka ye wadwe o se bibia ye fine wo be ko na bibia ka echi na wani sei na sekro masate se wono momoja broso na esiche yade no aya na momani yade pa
sapepepe onipa bia kra no afimu wankwa check up awani ho kra no enye mpre no White Stone Dental and Eye Clinic se fa wo no wabusu anyina ebra na yenye hwehwemu emfa mani ene mo se ho ohaw bia no yebehwe na yesia no de amamo ye wo abɛɛfo mfidie ultra modern diagnostic machines ahodo a yede yesa nhwehmu no yadwuma efo nso de wani wote enti ba yebɛgye wo fel so Stone Dental and Eye Care ewo East Legon yebe MTN office kesiye no free was 024-225-1983 and 024-045-2992. Stone Dental and Eye Care. Wenni eno kania.
Okay, FM 101.7.
New Kivo Hot Pepper Powder. This advert is FDA approved.
The other day, I visited Kweku at his spunky new office to congratulate him on opening his business. And man, was I impressed. The business is just moving quick. The sales, customers, everything is just working seamlessly. The secret? He said,
it's MTN Business Broadband. In this fast-paced environment, we need fast and reliable internet to support all business types. No laggy online meetings, great download and upload speeds, impeccable business management systems, all inclusive. I mean, you can have it all.
Shout! I signed on immediately.
To enable your business stay ahead and stay connected, make sure you're signed on to the best internet made just for businesses. MTN Business Broadband. Sign up today on broadband.mtn.com.gh and manage your account on my MTN app. Call 0244-308-111 for more information. We are good together everywhere you go.
Abusa for aha ena yedigmadi ni besi. Say ofre President Mahama obefriend president elect 7 January yede omai 2 minutes inside. Now our friend, His Excellency President Mahama. Sanso na Professor Jinana Opoku Ajimai. Ube friend Her Excellency Napo. Oye former minister Napo. Ebe friend Napo. Bra Napo. Honorable dear, it will be my assemblyman. It no and shada anye desa. It Napo na ebe friend. Won to me, o dear. Say wa woni ti bomodia say mame Her Excellency J Nana Opoku Ajibai obekwa akwachiru bibi kakra bi na ode abona baso na ayefe ye twen say omampani Nana Adu show boy obeye show ama Mahama etino de ebeko bia no aha era busafo ye de dwumadi se ekọ peace 104.2 akwakofa eye no sia kase bo enko twetwe ekoso opese hu de ekoso bia ti peace 104.3 good evening